And yeah, I also think doing runs in the Crucible with boons is just, there's just no point as well. Yeah, one-shotting is always fun, isn't it? I think the Sinew is the only good unique. I think it's one of the best ones, but I think there's a few good weapons. I think the Samurai Sword is underrated. Do a low life build with that and it could be really, really strong. I can't remember what the name of it is. Oh. %53 armor. It's actually ended up quite high. I don't think it gets high as that. But yeah, this hammer is just insanely good. better than what I thought it was going to be. It's actually the best boss killing build I've done. And the reason for that is because hammers just have built-in stagger straight up. They just do crazy stagger. And if you run Crushing Flurry, which I'll quickly show you which one that is, but Crushing Flurry is one of the best runes for hammers because of the amount of attacks it does. So obviously I get the Fire Enchant, Damage Surge and use this. And it's one full moveset like that on the boss, it's downing him straight away, doing really good damage. So Crushing Flurry drops on a mace. Take that off, put it on the hammer for sure. Fire Throws are really nice with ranged attacks, obviously Heat and Damage Surge for boosts. But the idea is run Lifesteal here, Lifesteal on here as well, so you always get your health back at a good rate. Then you want healing on both of those, and then on gloves and helmet, so you've got 4 times healing, which is 80%. Any more than that's probably overdoing it, I think. So 80% healing is really, really good number to be at. Any more, you kind of, you're getting diminishing returns basically. Damage to large enemies, you could change that, to be honest with you. You could change that because I'm doing crazy damage as it is to bosses, but I like it. I like being able to just have that straight up huge damage boost to large enemies. I think it's really handy with this. Especially slower attacking weapons, I think they really need that stat. You could run attack speed for extra attack speed, but I run this ring. I think that's enough. Extra 15% could be nice. Because the uppercuts are really good on this as well. Really good. The charged attacks are super strong, so that could be really good to do a charged attack version. You could do that. Stamina recovery, you don't need it anywhere apart from these two really. 50% is really, really good. You don't need any more, and my stamina comes back really quick. So you can see here, lose a bit of stamina, but look how quick it comes back. So, really, really handy. Obviously, with the large damage to enemies, you can't run attack speed with that. You have to do one or the other. So you can't do both because it's the damage slot there. In terms of the items, I've run focus cost because that is just really, really handy. The focus generation on this is solid, but it's not crazy. So focus cost reduction is really good to have. Highly recommend it. It makes a big difference on this build. So that's 25%. That's a lot. It adds up to, I mean, look at the runes here. 37 for Fire Throw. It just allows me to spam it a lot more frequently. I also run burn damage, but you could run a different type of element, but I wanted to do a fire hammer because I like fire for bosses. You'll see the tick damage, it's really, really handy on long fights. 25% plus heat damage, the extra burn and extra build up is noticeable. On tanky enemies it is noticeable for sure, and really, really handy to have. Outside of that, focus gain, I've got it on 3 here, so 60%, and then I have on the ring. So I've got 85% focus gain, but I'll go over the stats in a bit. Damage taken decreased only on 2, because I don't think you need as much on this as much as the two-handed build that I last did. Because I'm in the fast range, I'm moving quite quick, I've got a good dodge roll. You don't need to be as tanky, but you're still pretty tanky on this. In terms of the other stats, max focus increased by health. Max health increased by focus is nice to have. You could change that, but I think it's good to have so you can take those points out of health and put them elsewhere. And then, same here, extra stamina from focus, you can put those points elsewhere, so I'll go over that in a bit. Rings wise, I think this is a must if you want to do this build. To some extent, I like having spare focus so I can use multiple runes, have more options, but if you want to do a basic attack version, you could run the Jade Ring, or the Plagued Ring for stamina. I think this is a no-brainer. It's a really, really strong ring this is. Yes, you lose 10% of your basic attacks, but the rune attack boost is worth it for sure, especially on bosses. And this one I think is really good. It is a slow attacking weapon in some ways, but this makes a big difference and it doesn't feel that bad. It also speeds up your charge attacks, which is really valuable. So that's a quick overview of all the items. Really, really nice combination, nice armor set as well. In terms of the stats, I think 240 health is a good number to be at because you're not as tanky as the last build I did. 53% armor is really good, really solid, but it's not the tankiest in the world, so I've got a bit more health just to be on the safe side. But you could spec down a bit on that if you wanted to. The idea with the builds I do, obviously, I'm doing no boon runs at the moment, and I'm also building them in a way for future content. Where if I'm just purely going to damage, what if tougher bosses come along? How's it going to be then, you know? So these are like, I'm trying to make these builds in a way where they're going to be good for future content, which is going to be more difficult. So I'm trying to make them a bit tanky, I'm trying to make them, you know, have multiple ways of playing. Not be one-dimensional because, you know, right now, it's kind of easy. I'm doing these with no boons. So, yes, I could absolutely spec way more into damage, but I'm trying to make these guides for people so they can look at these stats and see how they can build for future content as well, and use these when things get tougher. And I think this is a good place to be at right now. Yes, the equip load, I put a lot in, but I think it's worth it because that movement is really valuable. But you could, I mean, you could drop the pants and lose a bit of armor. Absolutely do that if you want to. And then you can spec out of here a bit. But I think it's really, really nice. 66 points into damage is a lot. I think it's, any more than that, you kind of just overkill, really, I think. But yeah, focus gain. So this build, you've got really good focus gain on hit, and you've got really good health on hit. So what does that mean? Why do you need that? The reason for that is because of how slow the attacks are. And you're going to be in close range. So when you're hitting enemies, you're going to be getting hit. You're going to take hits. No matter what you do, you're going to take hits because of the animations, which is fine. Because when you hit them, they're going to get staggered and they're going to feel it because this hammer staggers like hell. So it's like a trading build, a bit like the last build I did, the Ceramax. You're going to take a hit while you're charging, that's fine, but when you hit them back, you'll get the health back in one hit. And you'll knock them over as well, which is really nice. So it's, you know, it's a really nice playstyle in the sense of you can chill, you're going to get hit sometimes, but it doesn't matter, you'll just battle through it and hit them back. So it's, I think these stats are in a nice place, but again, if you want to go more into damage, you can do that. So yeah, just into the normal weight class, I think is a really nice place to be. The resistances are pretty good as well, because heat and plague are the main two at the moment in this game. So we get future enemies. Armors are really nice. It's such a nice build all around. It's got everything really. It's got good tankiness, heavy hitting moves that are quite quick. You can throw your weapon out with fire on it. It's always nice. Fire Thrower last year was one of my favourite builds, and this is yeah, it's a really nice chilled out build for just farming the Crucible for sure. But gonna leave that build video there. I think that covers most of it. I don't think there's really much else to cover there. But yeah, I would say also run channel here, which is what I use this hammer for. That's the only reason I have it, is to channel, to get focus. Or bosses, and just heal. I'm going to be doing more build videos, but maybe not as frequently. Obviously, you know, we're getting patch 1 soon. Things will change a bit. I'll update some of the builds, like the bow build, the mage builds, because they will possibly get even better. But yeah, I've done a lot of the builds I wanted to do, a lot of the unique style builds. I've got a bunch of other builds I could do, but they won't be as unique. You know, I've done a samurai build. Yes, I could do a Talwar build, but it's going to be very similar. You know, I can use the Hone Frenzy for the samurai build as well. But again, I'm trying to do unique builds first. I could use these claws, but I've already done a claw build. We'll see, but there's a bunch of cool items that I still want to do. Scythe is one I could do as well. But I'll probably try and do one build video a week for the next couple of weeks until patch 1. We'll see. But I'm going to probably do a lot of endgame, try and farm for runes on the stream. But yeah, going to leave that one there.